So, somehow looking at these, my old videos has triggered me to actually look into MS a bit more. And obviously my previous searches and stuff like that, they've been, you know, it's a different result set that I get nowadays. But one thing that struck me when going through these, especially the ones that are disabled, I would really like for someone to conduct a study, since neurologists will not, or well, medical companies for that matter, maybe they won't, or most likely they won't foot the bill for anything like this. But what I would like to see is a study on those patients that have been disabled, that are bedridden, have a catheter for their peeing, and have lost functionality of their arms and legs, can't stand, need to be bathed and stuff like that. What I would like to see is a study of these patients. What are their dietary habits been? What have they eaten? To see if there's a correlation between them being disabled and what they eat. Or make a study of, are their diet somehow, do they resemble each other? I would be looking at, are you vegetarian? Do you eat high saturated fat? Do you eat processed food? Do you eat fast food for that matter? Stuff like that would really be of interest to me, to see whether what has been the cause that is, or what have their lifestyle choices been that have resulted in such a condition. My MS was acting up. I noticed that my left hand, it's not sore as it sometimes has been. It is just, it's a bit clumsy. I can still do my job all right, but it isn't as dexterous. I don't know if that's a word. The dexterity of the left hand is less than the right hand. Got beaten today by a cyclist. Somebody had a proper road bike. We stopped at the traffic light and I asked him whether he dares to use that in the morning, because it's places it's -5, so I'm still riding with my winter tires on. But the day is fast approaching that I'll be changing first summer tires into that cyclocrosser and then to the road bike. Now I can get to 20 kilometers an hour on average to work and back. It isn't what it used to be, but it isn't horrible. Yeah, another video that I watched was the neurologist. They actually encourage people, don't exercise because you just get fatigue from it. Everybody does get fatigue when they exercise hard and they sweat. That is no reason for not to exercise. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But I think it's a disservice to the people to tell them, please don't exercise. Nerves regenerate. There's no two ways about it. And the best way of regenerating them is actively using them. I shall get out of my cycling attire. I had to make this because this was fresh on my mind. It weighs on me when I see people who just sit down and accept this is my faith. That, you know, there's not much I can do. Or at least in the videos that I have seen, they haven't done anything in relation to their illness. They've just decided that this is how it is. And just write it off until they're early demise. DJI aggravates me over and over and over again. The service that they use from UPS, maybe I just should learn that this is a company that doesn't care about its customers in any shape or form. So what they do when you report the drone is missing, the only thing that you get is a packaging, this standard delivery from UPS, where they come and pick up the drone from your home, which is all right. And then they take it, and it takes like a week for it to end up in, I think it's Netherlands that the drone gets fixed there. And then from there it takes them 3 or 4 days to fix it. It's a crazy world we're living in, and I just can't see that half of us immersed in sin is how we have to give these futures. Complete amateur mistake yesterday. I have extra camera batteries, but I run out of it, and I hadn't charged my spare one. I think I have 2 or 3 spare batteries. Their condition isn't that great, but they'll do. But anyway, what I was explaining about DJI, they sent you this pre-configured standard shipping package that is, I could walk it, well not walk it, but I could drive it quicker to Holland or Netherlands than this service. It's tremendously slow, and they don't call if you're not home to give the delivery, and they didn't inform me in any way that, hey, we tried to pick it up but nobody was here, so should we arrange for a new pickup time? Nothing like that. They just completely ignored about the subject. And the only reason I found out was that I saw the package in our foyer, just, and I didn't go anywhere. And I thought, what's going on? DJI should have an option that if you want to expedite this, then please, we'll add a tiny fee, because it isn't that expensive. We'll add a tiny fee and this thing will happen a bit faster. And I bet that a lot of customers would be completely satisfied in paying them a bit extra in order to get their drone back safely. Not safely, I think they're always safe, but quicker than normal, because this takes 5 days to get to Netherlands. And yeah, because I called them on Friday. Sorry, we can only pick the drone up on, oh, my left ear is blocking up again. Don't know what's causing that. But anyway, we can only come and pick it up on the Monday. So now 5 days to Netherlands, 3 or 4 days fixing it, and then 5 days back. So it's going to be 3 weeks until I get my drone back, which is redonkulous. Oh. And now scraping on my old drone footage to attach to videos and make intros and stuff like that. On the MS side, I don't know. The symptoms there limited. And I was just talking to my father-in-law about these symptoms. He actively prays for me constantly. And I was talking about these, and what do you call it? I feel that I'm now in a situation where, after starting it's not even vegetarian, because I eat chicken quite a lot, and I eat fish quite a lot. So it's this semi. But after skipping, and then I don't eat gluten. I think the major things are I'm avoiding meat, I'm avoiding milk products because they have saturated fat in them. Then I'm avoiding gluten in all its forms. So after I adopted this diet, I think that I've plateaued, and my symptoms, they still do. I have good and bad days, but previously I would have good and bad days, and it would be a slow slope of decline. But now I'm kind of in a situation where I don't get, or I don't feel that in the long run I would be getting worse. Now that, for example, I picked up cycling, I've been doing it more vigorously. And I can feel that I'm getting better at a physical activity, like cycling. And it's a tremendous victory on an emotional side, that, yeah, I can do something that I'm not completely useless at. This I need to report, just because it was such a weird symptom. Yesterday, on the Friday at work, I had on my left hip, I could still walk, it wasn't that painful, but it was a very sharp pain on my left side hip, and also my neck, which is, by the way, it's still slightly stiff. So my left hip and my neck, and I was thinking, because there was nothing that caused this pain, and then your mind goes into these theories. Yes, it's cancer. It's something to do with your bones. You'll die. Well, not that far, but you kind of start pondering about it. And now that this one fairly shitty ordeal you have won in that lottery, then you think, oh man, maybe it's something serious. But luckily I can now report that it's diminished, and I can barely feel it anymore. Neck is still stiff, but I don't know what is causing it. Oh. There's an absolutely horrible amount of work to do when transferring those videos from the old or my personal account to this vlog account, and try and clip out bits that I don't want to be there. And the main point still for all eternity will be that Jesus Christ is our King. And we know for a fact the first 1,000 years the kingdom is going to be ruled from Jerusalem. Amen.